Team of the NFL, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Eagles and the Panthers, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. We've got a couple of teams, Greg, that can make it happen with the defensive front. That's going to be a huge focus on this game.
With the importance of the passing game in today's NFL, Mike, you know how great it is to be able to disrupt that timing and throw off the quarterback's rhythm. And no better way to do that than by being able to get after them, especially with your defensive line. You don't have to blitz. You don't have to bring a fifth rusher. Keep that secondary intact.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles led out by their quarterback, and he is the leader of this offense. Jalen Hurts has that calm demeanor about him, can make the big plays as well. Greg, here he is already in his 5th year in the NFL.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy. Let the offense unfold. Trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
A 19-yard pickup there. Good for an Eagles first down. Hurts delivers it quick to Brown, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. First carry for Saquon Barkley. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. It's a gain of 12 there. Good for an Eagles first down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. That's the linebacker, Shaq Thompson.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Panthers coming out, and they're led by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Rocky rookie season for the #1 overall pick out of Alabama. But, Greg, here's the guy the Panthers hope can get this franchise going in the right direction.
And while I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards, if I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. Here's a 2nd and 12. Another try with Brooks. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Young going to give it to Brooks. he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Young. Now a shot here, deep middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big play for the Panthers. 35 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They'll motion over Thielen. Young to throw on 1st and 10. Secured by the veteran, Adam Thielen. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Look at play action with Young. That's right side, taken in by Tremble. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Here's a run. And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. 2nd and goal. They're trying to run it. It's Hubbard. Powering forward. He's in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
"7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. Oh, Barkley has fumbled.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
On the ground, they go with Brooks. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll go once more with Brooks. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Young. That is caught. He finds his big target, Leggett. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Here's Young to throw. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Brooks. And he's into the end zone. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. On comes Patterson for the PAT. It's up and through. The Panthers move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll get this ahead for about 3. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. 3rd down and 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
This is why every defense wants to play with the lead, because it allows them to just tee off on the quarterback. Go rush the passer. You're not worried about them handing the ball off or little quick game. You know they're chasing points, so what can you do? You can get after this guy, and boy, have they ever.
This returnable from inside is on 40. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. The motion man is Johnson. On 1st and 10, here's Young. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Young. Open man downfield. It's Leggett. And he'll be taken down. A big play for the Panthers. 68 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll go big. 3 tight ends in the formation for 1st and goal. To throw, Young. And he'll take it on in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Panthers. That his 2nd score of the game, and he reaches double digits. His 10th touchdown this year. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. We are through 1. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Hurts working in the pistol. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Hurts to throw. Got a man. It's complete to A.J. Brown. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll run straight ahead, and now for a 2nd time, he loses the football.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts. He's got his tight end, Goddard, working the middle of the field. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Man in motion is Brown. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit...
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the 1st quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch. And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. They've been in complete control. They've been able to dictate what they want to do offensively and make the defense react. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
To the air again. Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go. And he will get into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here at the break.
Following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Panthers offense and running back Jonathan Brooks coming out for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. On play action, Young. That's over the middle and caught by Leggett. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
And really the key to this play was just how fast he was able to get through his progressions. His mind was able to process and go from 1 to 2 to 3 so quickly that he was able to get the ball to the right target on time. And I think so often those two things are different. Being open is one thing. Being open and getting the ball on time, that's what leads to success, and that's what we saw here.
Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Young. A short one there, caught by Tremble. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Young. He's got his man, it's complete to Thomas. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. They'll motion over Thielen. Young to throw on 1st down. To get this complete, it's Thielen over the middle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Brooks. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Hubbard.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. Out of the shotgun, Young. A throw left side, taken in by Thomas.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
They'll try and run it with Brooks. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run with Brooks. And he's got another one. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Carolina. That is 3 touchdowns in this one, and he's up to 11 on the season. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Extra point by Patterson is good. And the Panthers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. A first down throw for Hurts. And this ball's going to be incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be second down. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Open man downfield is Brown. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line. Big-time play with Hurts and Brown. The gain is 64.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Keep it moving, offense! Keep it moving!
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He puts it up, and it's caught. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
And his great first half on the ground continues, and this is one of those guys that when he gets in the groove, it seems like it's an 8-yard run, a 10-yard run, and all of a sudden a 15-yard chunk play, one after another.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Catch made by Thielen. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. They'll send him over to the left. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Look at play action with Young. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. Back deep for Philly, it's Cooper DeJean. A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw, Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Fuller. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Panthers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. On 1st and 10, here's Young. And that's going to be intercepted by Darius Slay. To the 20. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. On is Elliott to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles are back to within 7. It's 28-21. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him. They've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. A second down throw for Young. Got a man. That's Leggett. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. On second down, Young. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start with an NFC matchup at MetLife Stadium. The Giants hosting New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Cedric Wilson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Tua with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Gabe Davis, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. In the first half, it was Jonathan Brooks who had it working. He was running with a purpose as he found the end zone 3 times in that first half. And that opposing defense had better come up with a scheme for slowing him down. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score
wins. We get back underway here on EA Sports. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
The motion man is Johnson. On first down is Young. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now Young. A throw left side. Taken in by Thielen. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Off the play fake. Here's Young. And this drive is a disaster. He goes down for a 3rd consecutive time.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down. Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. We'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Hurts working in the pistol. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Hurts now on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got this one complete to Goddard. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. A gain of 69 yards.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be
to the goal line and in. Devontae Smith, touchdown Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles have come back to level things. It's 28 all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? all tied here in this third quarter, and it's 1st and 10. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. The motion man is Johnson. Young. That's taken in right side by Leggett.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Young hands it to Hubbard. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Young. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Quick throw here on the RPO. Caught by Thomas. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. I'll run with Hubbard. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try it now with Brooks. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Play is made there by DJ Wanham. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. On play action, Hurts. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Shaq Thompson.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Another try with Brooks. Open space to the 35. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Young to throw on 1st down. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. The motion man is Johnson. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw, Young. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here That's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. On play action, here's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. On third down, here's Hurts. And this drive is a disaster. He goes down for a third consecutive time. Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Young to throw on 1st and 10. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Young going to give it to Brooks. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. The motion man is Johnson. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is Young. He'll try and get there on the ground. On 4th down, out comes the punter. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. They'll run. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw, Young. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 1st-round pick. On 1st down, it's Hurts. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there, better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to get back at it. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. That one complete to Johnson.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2. Here's 3rd and 7. Throwing is Young. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He'll run here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Sending a receiver right. A 2nd down throw for Young. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Young. That's to the sideline, taken in by Thomas. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Young. This is intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean. What a play by the defense in a tie game. Not only do they come up with the turnover, Greg, they score the touchdown and take the lead.
And that's just a mistake, Mike, at this point in the game that you just cannot make on offense. You find yourself in a game that could go either way, and you just gift wrap the opposing team a chance to take it back the other way and take the lead.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Another really nice throw right there, and as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
There's that man again. Another catch. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. They'll go once more with Brooks. Not much there. Maybe a yard. A carry now for Brooks. He is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Here's Young to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. So now Pressure situation for Riley Patterson. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. Third and short, and Hurts will throw. The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And the defense has it. On first down is Young. That's over the middle and caught by Leggett. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. On second down, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. On third down, here's Brooks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up. They'll run. It's Barkley. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. He'll try to run here with Barkley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. 2nd and 11. Now a give to Barkley, running right, and that won't help a lot. Manages a yard for that run. 3rd and long coming up. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.